Footage from a patrol car dash cam and an officer's body camera shows a call that began as a routine dispatch after witnesses reported a violent assault, but with a bizarre twist. The caller claimed it was a zombie attack. They said one person was literally eating another. Skeptical but duty-bound, the responding officer went to investigate. As he pulled up and stepped out, he was confronted by a horrifying sight. A man straddling another on the ground, biting into his flesh.
Hey! 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 Let me see your hands! 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 Hey! 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 Hey!
Was it an act of cannibalism, a drug-induced psychosis, or simply someone who had completely lost control of their mind? How could anyone begin to explain such a thing? Could zombies actually be real? The officer drew his weapon and fired warning shots, shouting for the man to raise his hands. But the so-called zombie didn't react. He just kept eating. Even as more shots rang out, the man didn't flinch, remaining fixated on his victim. It wasn't until the fourth shot that the officer finally brought him down. Afterward, no official details were ever released, and some even claimed the case was classified. The fact that the incident truly occurred only makes it more chilling. Could this have been a real-life encounter with a zombie? In this next video, posted by the Texas Police Department, the pursuit looks routine at first. Lights, sirens, a driver who finally gives up. But when officers step up to the stopped car, the chase turns into something far stranger than anyone expected.
You're next. Or you should be.
There's no one outside, no one behind the wheel, and the van is locked.
Where's it gone?
It's magic.
It's in the back. In the back? He stopped to think he's hiding in the back. There's no one in the driver or
There's no one inside, not behind the driver's seat, not behind the passenger seat. To their surprise, the car was completely empty and locked with the engine turned off. There were no signs that anyone had been in the car at all. The driver had simply vanished. On December 25th, 2020, a 63-year-old man named Anthony Quinn Warner drove his RV to Nashville, Tennessee's 2nd Avenue, and woke up nearby residents with the sound of a robotic digital female voice coming from his RV, warning everyone around the vehicle to evacuate the area.
All buildings in this area must be evacuated now. All buildings in this area must be evacuated now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now. If you can hear this message.
Soon, the female voice repeatedly mentioned that the RV was going to detonate, and a little after 6 a.m., the voice became more and more insistent, announcing that the vehicle would detonate in 15 minutes. In the body cam footage that was later released by the authorities, a group of Nashville police officers can be seen walking around the downtown area, urging any stragglers to evacuate for their own safety.
You're not in trouble, but there is something serious happening down the road.
Go for 11.
Okay? Do you mind going down to 2nd and
Where do they need to go when they are evacuated?
That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
Evacuate now.
Watching the
Evacuate now. Stay clear of the vehicle. Stay clear of the vehicle.
The robotic voice and its ominous warnings give the whole scene an extremely eerie vibe. Like, as the police officer mentioned, something out of the movie The Purge. Strangely, the RV also broadcasted snippets of the 1964 hit song Downtown by Patla Clark, which is a song about how if you're feeling sad or lonely, you should go downtown and you'll feel better in the hustle and bustle of the city. Unfortunately, the robotic voice wasn't bluffing, and just 15 minutes later, the RV detonated near the AT&T building, causing damage to more than 50 buildings and even collapsing a few of them with its massive blast radius. In the aftermath of the incident, the cops can be seen assessing the damage and moving nearby pedestrians to safety through body cam footage that can only be described as apocalyptic.
Are you guys okay?
What's up, guys?
Where's your car? Okay, go to your car. What's going on?
217, myself and 215 are all going around.
Man, make sure all units are direct. There may be ammo in that vehicle. We don't need anybody coming up the Second Avenue exposed.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it.
Even though the explosive inside the RV was extremely powerful, the cops managed to evacuate most of the nearby residents. And thankfully, nobody outside the RV lost their lives. Although 3 people were injured and had to be hospitalized after the vehicle incident, the only person who lost his life was Anthony Warner himself, who was still inside the vehicle at the time of the detonation. After the incident, the authorities started digging deep into Anoni's past to figure out what could have caused him to do something so insane, and what they found was pretty disturbing. As it turned out, Warner was pretty much a paranoid loner obsessed with conspiracy theories about shape-shifting alien lizards that were trying to take over the world. It was also revealed that 16 months before the explosion, Warner's girlfriend had called the cops to report that Anthony had been building explosives inside the RV outside their home. Even more disturbingly, less than a week before Christmas, Warner's neighbor had reportedly asked him if Santa was going to bring him anything good for Christmas, to which Warner replied, "Oh yeah, Nashville and the world are never going to forget me." But despite the clear desire for attention, the cops never managed to truly figure out Warner's motive, and it was eventually concluded that he probably didn't want to hurt anyone, and that a fatal cancer diagnosis mixed with other factors had contributed to Warner's declining mental health. On November 22, 2021, 2 police officers were dispatched to search a home after the tenant suspected a break-in. The young woman had arrived to find the front door standing wide open and called for help. Officers entered to look for intruders, but what they encountered was far stranger than anyone expected, something they couldn't explain. The events that followed left them terrified and in disbelief, all captured on their body cameras.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Right. Just stay here, man.
Police, if anyone's here, make yourself known.
Police. Anyone inside?
I'm gonna check downstairs, you get upstairs.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
Downstairs clear.
Yeah, we're good.
All the closets in the house appeared to be empty, and the place itself looked half abandoned, even though people were supposed to be living there. According to the official report, the woman had been renting the property from a company for about a month. Now, before you ask, here's why the police didn't turn on any lights. When entering an unfamiliar home, finding light switches can take time. And in situations like this, time can mean the difference between life and death. The officers needed to stay alert and ready for any threat, keeping their attention on the potential danger ahead. But then the truly strange things started happening. Doors inside the house began opening on their own just as the officers approached. Their breathing grew heavier. The tension in the air was undeniable. And then, footsteps. Loud, distinct footsteps coming from right behind them. But when they turned around, no one was there. No intruder. No signs of anyone else in the house. Nothing. So how do you explain something like this? How can you witness something so real and not believe in the paranormal? This video, like so many others, remains a complete mystery to this day. Before we move on to the next video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and ring the bell so you never miss the next creepy upload. On December 31st, 2022, 3 police officers were dispatched to a house after a neighbor reported loud, uncanny noises, deep guttural sounds, heavy thumps, and high-pitched screeches unlike anything he'd heard. When officers arrived, what they found disturbed them so deeply that a paramedic was called in immediately, and the footage that survives comes from the medic's camera. They had no idea the building had once belonged to a family of cannibals who allegedly took pleasure in butchering human flesh and serving it as exotic dishes. The family is long gone, the house now dilapidated and crumbling in a small Polish town. But on New Year's Eve, a 20-year-old named Kamila entered with friends, intent on summoning the spirits of that sinister clan and their victims. It proved to be a terrible idea. Kamila suddenly turned erratic and wild, then barricaded herself in a room. According to her friends, it was as if she'd been possessed by one of the cannibals. Officers were shaken and frightened by what they witnessed. This is not a prank or a made-up story, they insisted. Keep watching, and you'll see what they saw.
Jezu, jak to ona tak warczy? Ja pierdzielę.
Kurwa, tak?
No, totalnie.
Pierdolę, ja dostaję tylko 5000 zł, kurwa, tam. Idź tam do...
Uważaj.
Kamila! Kamila!
Ona jest nad nami u góry, od góry coś widzi.
Znamione byśmy się zmienili pozycjami, to może mógłbyśmy sami zrobić. Odsuń się i
Nie?
można, go łeb, kurwa.
Drut ma jakiś.
They heard something moving upstairs. Camilla's disturbing behavior made it impossible for the officers to get inside, so as a last resort, they tried to enter through the attic from outside the house. But the attempt didn't go as planned.
Tu jesteś, dzikuska. Chodź, misiu. Nie bardziej jak świnia, kurwa. Chodź. Chodź tu, kurwo. Chodź tu. Chodź tu, Kamilka. Kamilka, tu coś cię widzę. To nie czołgaj się. Kamilka. Kamilka, dziecko cię woła. Kamilka. Wiktoria cię woła.
The officers called out to Camilla, but she wouldn't respond. The next portion of footage was cut, but eventually she was pulled out by force and taken to the hospital. That's where things grew even stranger. Upon arrival, she acted completely normal, as if nothing had happened, and said she remembered none of it. Doctors found no signs of mental illness, and tests showed no intoxicating substances in her system. To this day, neither Camilla nor her friends can explain what happened in that house. Was it possession or a brief, inexplicable psychotic episode?
On June 6, 2024, a video surfaced showing a female police officer at a routine traffic stop involving a woman named Sarah. The on-screen caption reads, "Woman vanishes into thin air on the road. Police officer loses composure. The officer turns to head back to her patrol car, then notices Sarah's registration is expired. When she turns back to the vehicle, Sarah has mysteriously disappeared from the car.
Don't mind, but... Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No, of course not.
Alright. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is What the?
Sarah?
What the heck? Sarah? 3201. To dispatch.
The clip first shows the supposed incident from the officer's body camera. Then a second angle from the dash cam provides a repeat of the event from an alternative viewpoint. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.